Boop. I barked it. I wonder if this thing can peel out. Let's find out. Hey guys, Captain Fructose here, and welcome back. Today we are playing in Stormworks. It has been a little while since I've done a Stormworks video, but that does not mean I have not been playing Stormworks. I have actually been working on a fairly ambitious-ish project that has taken me quite a while to get working, but it is slowly starting to get there. It is drivable now, and it is also on the Steam Workshop if you want to check it out, or if you want to leave a comment or a suggestion on it. It's on the Steam Workshop for Stormworks, so you can go and check that out if you want. You can go ahead and spawn it in and drive it. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and spawn this thing in, or we'll go over it first in the builder. So this is what it looks like. Right now I'm just calling it the long haul train, which is what it's called in the Steam Workshop as well. It's got a lot of fuel tanks, as you can see, and then I've been working on these microcontrollers there. One is for the engines and the other one is for the fuel. And this one is for the screens that are in the cab, which actually has recently moved. It used to be down lower, but I didn't like the view from there, so I actually moved it back up, and it left me an empty space, so it'll be good for any more microcontrollers that I decide to put in. I also put in a bigger engine because initially it had like the medium-sized engine and it just wasn't quite enough. So I put in the big engine and now it's enough. It also does have a backup electric motor as well if you need to use the electric, which is why I have all the batteries. So that's what those are all for. This is another thing for all of the sensors on the train. This is still under construction and the touchscreens are still in development, but they are slowly making progress. That's what it looks like. Well, at least that's what most of the stuff is on it anyway. All right, here it is, spawned into the world. It's a lot bigger than it looks like when you're working on it. 'Cause like when I initially built it, I was like, wow, this is a lot smaller than I expected. But now, like once I actually spawned it in, I was like, holy crap, that is actually a lot bigger than I thought it was. So it's a fairly good sized train, as you can see. There's only one way in here, so let's go ahead and head inside. Whoa. So open the door. Jump inside the train, close the door. So I haven't had a chance to work on the inside of the train yet, so that's why it's still just blank and white. I have put in like 2 passenger compartments, and that's all that's here so far. Eventually there will be other stuff in here. I don't know if I'll add like seats or what, but if you have any suggestions, I mean, leave it in the comments below and let me know what you think I should do with the rest of the interior of this, because I mean, I'm always looking for ideas and suggestions. So, and then of course you can go either way on either side of the big engine. Go ahead and head into the cab here. Alrighty, so we got the cab. So, we can't turn this screen on. There's, as you can see, not much on there yet. I haven't done a lot of developing for this screen yet. Most of the developing I've been working on has been for the other screen, so let's go ahead and turn on the HUD displays. So here's our HUD displays. This tells you your main engine RPM and temperature, and then of course your backup generator, your fuel levels, and your electrical levels. And then these are your touchscreen buttons, and this is how you turn stuff on and off. The headlights and reverse haven't been hooked up yet, so the only ones that work at the moment are the main and the backup generators. So we'll go ahead and turn that on. So we'll go ahead and start the main engine. Holy crap! Hold on. Okay, now that it sounds at a reasonable level. Yeah, so this will let you know if the engine is running or if it's off. As you can see, the backup generator is off, and the gauges are going up for the temperature on the main engine. So we do still have a control for the clutch pressure. I may add something in the future to make it so you don't have to just use the lever. What is this for? Is this even connected? I don't think I even connected that up. But as for right now, the clutch pressure is controlled by the driver, as well as the brakes. And the headlights are still controlled by the buttons, as well as the reverse, since these are not hooked up yet. But once these are hooked up, it'll tell you over here if they're on or off, or if it's in reverse or not. So eventually we'll get to that point, but until then they're just there for looks. And then of course there's gonna be a lot more data on this screen. Like I'm gonna have all kinds of data on all the sensors and stuff on the train, and then there'll be a speedometer right in the middle here. So let's go ahead and start moving. increase. Oh, here we go. Clutch pressure increasing. Train is moving out of the station, people. So it does have also a wind speed and direction and humidity and rain sensors, speed sensors. What else does it have? It's got a GPS sensor to tell us our GPS location, which I believe is this, if I remember correctly. On there, I'd have to pull the code open and look at it again. It's been a couple of days since I worked on it, so I'm not 100% sure. That might be the RPM and the temperature, maybe? I don't know. But let's go ahead and increase our clutch pressure, and we'll bring this thing up to full speed, which I don't actually know what it is because I don't have the speedometer put in yet. I guess I could put it out on the big display until I finish developing the rest of it, but... oh, crap. Yeah, I might need to put in like a microcontroller to control the clutch pressure, because as you can see, like, I turn it up too much, and because of how much power that engine has, it actually causes the wheels to slip. So, which is obviously, you know, not a good thing. We don't want the wheels to slip because then the train goes slower. So, can I put it up to 100% now? I think we're up to speed. Okay, we're good now. We are good now. We are hauling along at a pretty good pace. Like, this thing is pretty quick for how big it is and how heavy it is. I don't know if I'm going to make it so I can connect it to other cars or not for sure yet. I may do that in the future. But as of right now, it's just the engine that I've been working on and my interesting color scheme for it. Okay, so we got that, and now we can go ahead and lower the clutch pressure, throw it in reverse, and then we can actually use that to stop the train. Which, I mean, you can use the brakes, but it's kind of cool that you can, you know, just use the engine to slow the train down. And we'll bring it back, accelerate, and go backwards. And as far as I know, it goes just as fast backwards as it does forwards. So, whoa, there was a lot. Okay, I think I can turn it up more. Just gotta make sure that the wheels are not spinning and sparking, because then you lose speed, actually. You'd think you'd gain speed, but it doesn't work that way. You actually lose speed when they're sparking like that, which is why I was trying not to let them spark. So, once I get the monitors and the touchscreen heads-up displays working correctly, and like they're supposed to be, I can start adding other controllers for like the wheels and for the wheel slip, so you literally can just be like, go forward at this speed and it will maintain that speed. But at the moment, it does not have that capability since I'm still working on the touch screens for the engine. I do have the engine control systems and the fuel control systems in place, as well as like the main control system that controls all of those control systems. There's a lot of systems on this train, as you can plainly tell. Like, there is a ton of systems, and I am adding more and more, and so it is slowly making progress and getting better and better. But as of right now, it is still barely mobile. Like, I barely started working on this thing, so that is why it's in the state it's in. But I have been pushing out updates, so if you subscribe to it on the Steam Workshop, I can't even talk today. That was a weird sound. But if you subscribe to it on the Steam Workshop, then you'll be able to see all of the updates I have done to it so far and comment on those and add suggestions and actually drive it yourself if you have Stormworks. So that is an option for ya. I don't know why I'm like slowly trying to back this in as I'm talking, but I am. I do that. That's a thing, I guess. I don't know why I'm trying to park it in there because that's not even the right one for it, but whatever. All right, and then clutch pressure off, and then we'll just let coast in, and then, well, maybe. Boop. I parked it. I wonder if this thing can peel out. Let's find out. Or not. I just killed the engine. Oopsie. Oh, we're in reverse, that's why. Because you can just start it when it's fully in gear, and it will just go. But as you can see, it sparks a lot. So it's not the best idea to just start it in gear. Even though it will go. It will most definitely go. There's no doubt about that. So yeah, that is my long haul train. It's designed to go for a long ways before it runs out of fuel. and stuff like that. And so if you guys like it, please leave a thumbs up on the video and go check it out on the Steam Workshop. If you have any suggestions for other things I should build or things I should add to this one, let me know in the comments below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this wonderful adventure, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.